Our first speaker today, Joanna Del Vecchio, chose to study English, Information Processes Technology, Modern History, History Extension, Italian Beginners, Maths 2 Unit and Studies of Religion. She represented the school in soccer, completed her Duke of Edinburgh to the gold level and went on the Antipodeans abroad trip to Vietnam. Joanna was an active member of the Sacred Heart Committee. She has taken up a university offer of Bachelor of Information Technology at UTS and has won the prestigious Westpac Young Women's IT Cooperative Scholarship. Joanna, I would like to welcome you to come and speak to us.
Good afternoon, everyone. You may find this funny, but ever since year 7, I honestly have wanted to be invited back to my Youth High Achievers Assembly. So much so that I made it my goal. And now that I have, I know that I've achieved what I had planned to do. And that's all you can really ask for when doing your HSC, to finish and know that you couldn't do any better. And no matter what, that's when you know you haven't failed. Well, I definitely remember Year 12 students coming back and advising us to make the most of our Year 12 year, because it's the best year of high school. And to tell you the truth, throughout most of Year 12, I thought they were mad. I was loaded with assignments. But it wasn't until the end of the year that I started to realise that Year 12 was not the best year because it's the easiest or the most stress-free, as I'm sure the current Year 12 will already realise that it's not. But it's the best because you all make the most of your last opportunities. You decide to dress up for the house carnivals, encourage young years to take part in events that you get to run, and you get together with friends and choreograph an ABBA medley for Year 12's Got Talent. That is why Year 12 is the best year, because you make it the best. Now, in giving you advice on how to get through your HSC, I can only tell you what worked for me. Firstly, if you decide to succeed in anything, you don't have to be a genius. But what you do need is a good plan. When you get swamped by the never-ending waves, you say to yourself, this is only temporary. There is also times where it is important to step back and forget about the big picture, but to take everything one at a time. When you come to exam preparation, map out every day to make sure that you have enough time to study each subject, and schedule breaks. Seriously, breaks are really important to make sure that you get through the year mentally stable. Don't forget to make time to do the things you love, to help take your mind off school. For me, it was dancing. You may think it's wasted time, but in fact, 1 hour of dancing allowed me to put in another 4 hours of quality work. Most importantly, you need to remain positive and motivated. Your HSC year is not going to be perfect. I think the inability to get an ATAR 100 this year tells us exactly that. Bounce back from the marks that you may be disappointed in, and focus on what you need to improve on next time. This becomes even more important when doing your HSC exams, where you need to leave every exam you do behind you and focus on the next. You've done your best. Being positive will also help others around you to be positive at the same time. In terms of motivation, I decided to make myself a motivational board. It had pictures of the best moments throughout the year, quotes, a picture of the cruise which I plan to go on with friends, which, by the way, was awesome. So if you haven't already planned to go to schools, I so recommend you go on a cruise. And as well as the university course I wanted to get into. It constantly reminded me of the reasons why I wanted to do my best, and that it would be all worth it once it was finished. And it was. I was able to get into the Bachelor of Information Technology co-op program at UTS, and was awarded Westpac Young Women's Scholar 2010, which is given to their top female applicant. Along with receiving a co-op scholarship of $15,000 a year, how's that for incentive? And being able to do 2 semesters of industry training, I get to receive guidance from Westpac's female IT professionals throughout the first 3 years of my course. It's an amazing opportunity that I truly did not believe I would get. I had to get an ATAR of over 94, and there would be so many applicants. But I decided to just try it anyway, both at UTS and UNSW. I can tell you that I would not have been offered these places in these scholarship courses without having been involved in the school, as they are definitely looking for all-rounders. During the interview process, they would ask me about Gold Duke event, my work with landmines, the Barrowville Holiday Camp, and the Sacred Heart Committee. So I encourage not just Year 12, but everyone to get involved in the school because it offers so many opportunities to take on roles of leadership. It's also important to remember that anything can happen. Even if you may think you cannot achieve something, try your best anyway, and you might be surprised. I definitely was. So don't panic if you haven't decided on your plans for next year, because I hadn't. But it will come to you eventually. Just focus on what you're interested in. I decided to do IT because it's such a wide industry and is essentially the way of the future. I plan to focus on the business end of IT, becoming a project manager, for example, helping businesses use IT. Interestingly, I've come to realize that the IT industry is male-dominated, with only 7 females in my course at UTS. But that definitely won't hold me back. The boys just don't know what's coming. So finally, let me leave you with this. Start every day with an intention to be balanced. We all fail. But it's not the failing that hurts. What hurts is knowing that you didn't give your best. So good luck year 12 for this year. It'll be over before you know it.
Thank you, Joanne.